Check one, two, check one, two, check one, two. We are live. Wintergreen is in the building. Raven's in the building. What's up, y'all? Welcome in. How y'all feeling today? Saeed, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for tapping in the stream. Appreciate y'all hopping in. If y'all are coming in for the first time, let me know where y'all are joining from. And if you make music, let me know what kind of music you make. Desi's in the building. Thank you for tapping in. Joel's in the building. Joel or Joel, thanks for tapping in. Tay's in here. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you joining the live stream as well. What are y'all up to today? Our Desi's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. 11, thank you for tapping in as well. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome into the live stream. Excuse me, y'all. I'm choking. I need water. Hope y'all are doing fantastic today. If y'all make music, let me know what kind of music you make. Let me know where y'all are joining from. We'll get into probably like 4 or 5 songs today. Nothing too crazy. It's going to be a slim live today. We're not going to be doing a whole lot. But I will be back in doing full live streams again tomorrow, as far as consultations and stuff like that go. So if y'all are coming in for the first time, I appreciate y'all tapping in. If you would like to understand the structure of the live stream, I will explain it in detail here in the next 5 minutes or so. I'm just gonna get the live kick started here, and then we'll get things flowing. So make sure y'all are tapping the screen, share out the live with a few people. Don't forget to send your heart me for the day. It does really help out the live stream quite a bit. We'll get flowing with some music here in just a little bit. But for now, I just want to chat with y'all for a little bit, and then we'll, of course, if you have any questions, go to my profile, click on the link, you'll see details there. Byron, thank you so much for hopping in. I appreciate you being here. Raven Reese, you want to make alt indie music from LA. Let's go. That sounds amazing. How long have you been doing that? What's your favorite genre? I typically gravitate towards like 80s sound design. That could be modern stuff. That could be old stuff, you know? So that could be like more modern, you know, the Midnight Tears for Fears, Kavinsky stuff, or I'm sorry, that's more vintage side. Big Jonas, welcome in. On the old school side, like Tears for Fears, Aha, Depeche Mode, stuff like that. On the more modern side, I like, you know, Kavinsky, Time Cop 1983, synthwave, darkwave, stuff like that. I do a lot of synthesis just for my job. So that tends to be something that I gravitate towards quite a bit. But any, you know, modern or retro music that has, you know, some of that sound design in, I'll gravitate towards, and that could be in the realm of hip hop, pop, R&B, all the way across the board. So I listen to quite a decent spread of stylistic decisions when it comes to music. Fatuso, thank you for hopping in. Renalds, appreciate you being here. Jasreen, thank you for tapping into the stream today as well. If y'all are coming in, just make sure y'all are tapping the screen. We'll get moving with music here in a minute. Would love to know a little bit more about what y'all do, where you're coming in from. If you make music, what kind of music you make, stuff like that. Would love to chat with y'all for a little bit, and then I'll explain the live stream here in just a couple moments. Let me get this woken up over here real quick. But if you are on the stream over on TikTok, Keith, welcome in. Paco, appreciate you being here as well. Just make sure y'all are tapping the screen, share out the live with just a few people, and then we'll get moving here in just a moment. Aaron's in the building. What's up, Aaron? What's your favorite Radiohead album? I'm not like super familiar with that. Like I've heard Radiohead, and I've been in the ether of a lot of their music, but I don't know if I've listened to like isolated albums from them enough times to have like a really distinct favorite of Radiohead specifically. Todd Bailey, welcome in. DOT, thanks for tapping in as well. I feel like that's me with like a lot of, I'm very like my musical tastes, they are very much so like very sporadic and random and spontaneous. Like there's not like one artist where I like all of their, like titles and names and stuff. Like there's not like one artist that I like all of their music, or like one album that's I like all of their stuff, or like this whole album is like my favorite. Like, I don't know. That's not really I guess the way that I listen to music is not really like that. I'm very much so like, I like this one song for this like one synth part. And I really love like this guitar line from the Strokes. I really like this one little synth part over here. And so to me, I'm a little bit more, probably just the way that I think about music, the way that I create music. It's a little bit more pieced out, if that makes sense. Da, 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 da. Oh, 100%, Libby. Okay, Explorer of Music. Thanks for tapping in over on the Purple app. Appreciate you being here. Do you have any foreigner favorite songs? Like favorite songs of like a foreign artist, or I want to make sure that I answer the Kampatai. Welcome in. Good to see you. I want to make sure that I answer the answer the question. Oh, the band. Okay, that's why I wanted to confirm with you. I was like, I want to make sure that I'm answering this correctly. I don't know the foreigner. I don't know foreigner. I'm not familiar. Put me on. Competai, thank you for tapping in the stream. I appreciate you being here. Oh yeah. I wanna know what love is. That's what I'm saying. Where I'm like, I'm not good with like titles and stuff. Oftentimes, like I'll just hear music and I'll know what it is, but I won't remember all of the kind of ins and outs of all the different things. I wanna know what love is. Right? I wanna know what love is. I wanted to show it. That's probably back to the 5. Sam, I'm like, I know most. They're like foreigners. I'm like, oh yeah, you mean like one of the biggest, classic rock records in the world? Hey, I appreciate you. And Dylan, yes, we're gonna get into some music here in a second. Let me go ahead and kickstart the live, y'all. Let me go ahead and dive into some of the details here, just really briefly as we're kind of getting things rolling here. If y'all have never been here before, welcome to Track Talk. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the Vibe Tribe, as we loosely call ourselves. I appreciate y'all being here so much. I really appreciate y'all tapping into the stream today. If you have not been here before, what we do here at Track Talk are 20 to 30 minute detailed long form consultations on the structure of your music. So that might be getting into the mix and master, production elements, sound design choices, lyric and song format and structure. We're going to get into the nuances and the details of what you're doing both creatively and practically in the structure of your music. Like I said, these are like 30 minutes long, sometimes longer. I try to keep it between 20 and 30 minutes long per song. We typically listen to your song multiple times, 2 to 3 different times, to get into those details and hopefully offer some really in-depth, practical, and actionable feedback on the structure of your music. Let me double check a few things here as we're getting going. If you would like to submit, just go to my profile and click on the link. You can read through and follow all of the steps right there. But just a quick reminder for those of you who haven't been here before, these are not reviews. This is not a fast review. This is not it's not a trash or pass. There's no ratings. There's no polls. This is strictly a really in-depth, detailed analysis of what you're doing, like I said, practically and creatively in your music. So I'm not here to roast you. I'm not here to trash you. I'm also not here to hype you up. I'm not here to give you exposure. If you get that, fantastic, awesome. If you get exposure and stuff, great. If the live algorithm kicks on and you get some listeners and stuff, fantastic. It's just not my priority. It's not what I'm trying to do here. It's not what I'm going to prioritize in the structure of the live stream. We're going to prioritize really digging into the details and in the depths of your music. So if you are interested in a consultation, a deep dive, like I said, 20 to 30 minutes per song, if you want that for your music, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details there. Yeah, Kapatai, you get the early spiel. I have the same spiel when I'm starting off the live here. Just like let everybody know what's going on. Let everybody know what's happening here. And for those of you who don't know as well, my name is Torvik. I'm a full-time audio engineer, producer, and session musician. That is what I do for a living. I've done that for 13 plus years. At this point, I guess 14. I'm getting older, I guess. 14 plus years that I've done that. I'm also a classically trained musician. So if you are wanting to get into the details and the nuances of those of your music, that is the perspective that we hold here. Like I said, I'm not here to like trash you or roast you or hype you up or whatever. I don't really care about that. There's plenty of spaces that do that. If you want to find them, but the goal here is to really dive in and get into the details of your music. So if that's interesting to you, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details there. You can check the line over on the red app or purple app. It's YT or T. Just use your imagination. You can find all of that at my link. You'll see the full stream over there with better audio, of course, the line, the order minimum, stuff like that. It is a short stream tonight. I'm only going to be on for like an hour and a half, y'all. I'm not going to be on here for very long. So if you do want to submit, I would do it earlier rather than later, just because I'm really not going to be on for very long. And I already have a stack of like 12, 15 people from the other live as well that are some of them potentially coming back in here as well to submit for today. So I'm going to double check a few things here, make sure I get everything updated. You're going to do an off-stream consultation. Yeah, I do that all the time, comp. So yeah, people book me just for like basically what I'll have them do. This is a written consultation, or there's two different ways, right? We can do like a call, like a FaceTime, or just a call offline. I do that all the time to help people with their mix structure, songwriting, stuff like that, or even just like kind of digging into their details, talking about their music journey, and hopefully just consulting them and pointing them in the right direction. I do that all the time offline, just through calls. Or if you would like an actual, what I would call an offline review, where I have people send their song, and then I spend about an hour or so just in my own time, and then I send you a very detailed, like long email with bullet points and timestamps and stuff of the details of your song and things that I would work on, things that I would celebrate, things that are happening that are really good, and also some things that would potentially help you improve that. That sometimes is nice because you can skip the whole line thing, and just wait 24 to 48 hours, and you'll get an email with the details of all the things that you can tackle, without having to like think about remembering what's going on, in the live stream, or if the Wi-Fi is good and stuff like that. Slim's in the building. What's up, Slim? Welcome in. JDLE, thank you for tapping into the stream. I appreciate y'all being here. I use Bitwig, Arturia, and Complete Control. Love Arturia. I have a bunch of Arturia stuff. Do vocals and instrumentals, but I am still working on my setup. Initial stages, still learning the ropes to have a saved audio file with stems, etc. Okay, I'll keep your info. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got you. Anytime. I'm here. And I always do my best to either point people in the right direction. If you have questions that are in the chat, you can drop those questions. Of course, the consultations are always here. But people ask questions. It's track talk. It's not reviews. We're not moving fast and pumping through these things. So if you ever have questions, you can drop them in the chat, or feel free to reach out to me at any point as well. I'll do anything that I can to help you on your journey as well. Thoughts about Passing Out Pieces by Mark DeMarco. I'm not familiar. Or Mac DeMarco, sorry. No, it's all over the place. I work in all different genres right now. I tell people all the time, I've got some pop and R&B. I've got some hip hop artists that I'm working with. I'm working with a cinematic opera track right now for this amazing contemporary artist. I'm all over the place. It's a pretty broad docket that I have right now as far as production clientele, and as well as mixing and mastering clientele right now. It's a little bit all over the place. I have the stuff that I like the most, but it's pretty broad. More in the whole. Yep, exactly. Yeah, Josh Groban is very in line with this artist that I'm working with right now. This artist that I'm working with right now is very, very much so in the vein of Josh Groban. Very, very powerful, like classical vocalist. Really, really talented. So that's going to be a fun deck of projects that we're working on there. So definitely some experience in that space as well. It's indie mix. Ooh, psycho. Ooh, that sounds fun. Is it Kino? Thank you so much for tapping in. Go to my profile, and click on the link and just read through and follow all the details there. We're going to get into a couple songs here in just a little bit. We're just warming up the stream. Road Winter, welcome in. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, if you're coming in for the first time here, if you would like to submit for a consultation, we're about to get into those in just 1 minute here. Go to my profile, click on the link. Go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the steps there. And we'll get you up in the line. I've got a decent chunk of people already in the line right now. Some up from the other day, 2 days ago, when the last time we went live. Hey, thank you for tapping in from Indonesia. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. You can definitely go to my profile. Click on the link, and then just read through all of the details right there, and we'll get you up on the board. If y'all want to see the line, the order, the minimum, then please go to the Red app, YT. You'll see all of the details right there. You can find all of that at my profile, and the link, of course, right now. Oh, look, I don't want to jam to Linkin Park. I know. Oh, what? This will always, it'll always get me hyped up. Fonzie, thank you so much for tapping in. I don't think that's the right key. That's not the right key, is it? I doubt it. It's been so long since I played that. What's up, Jenna? Welcome in. Thank y'all so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. Octave up G. There it is. Jesus, not that. G minor. Whoops. What am I doing? Oh, that's around. My computer, for those of you who can't see, my piano's like slid underneath the desk. I was like, I can't see where my hand, why am I hitting all the wrong keys? I was like, Jesus. What do you class yourself as? Yeah, do you mean like professionally? For those of you who don't know what I do professionally, I work in a bunch of different realms. I probably have 4 or 5 different jobs in the music industry. So I work as a professional mixing mastering engineer. I work as a professional producer, full spectrum producer, executive producer, and then I also work as a session musician oftentimes. So I would say probably a good 30-40% of my business is just session work, so session musician stuff, and then I do consultations and some other stuff in between here and there. Some offline stuff as well. But yeah, I do, and most people do. Like most people that are engineers, a lot of them are great musicians as well, and they pick up session work and stuff on the side. But yeah, I'm a session musician. I'm a producer. I'm an audio engineer. Been doing that for about 14 years now. 14 years professionally. Dun, 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 dun. Elia, or is it Elia? Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. Y'all keep sharing out the live. Tap the screen, and we'll get moving. Hopefully, with some. I'm waiting on just this one to come in here really quick too. Hopefully, I get this updated in time. Explorer of Music. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. Sorry, I just saw that. I appreciate that follow over on the Purple app. I appreciate that a lot. I'm only doing session work and a bit of producing at the moment. Let's go. We can talk drums all day. I'm in the process. I have a live, so this is just my production studio here. I'm in the process of trying to figure out what I want to do with my drums right now. I've got a nice like mid 90s, late 90s Vision kit, like a solid maple pearl Vision kit in here. It's nice. It's heavy. It's resonant. It sounds really, really good. But I'm trying to think of it's like what I would utilize the most. I'm also thinking of going down the route of something that's a little bit more mobile, so I could bring drums with me if I'm doing sessions in different places, or like tracking for productions in different places or doing session work. So I'm trying to figure out the possibilities of having a little bit more of a mobile kit too. But the drum work is fun. Drum work is fun. I'm trying to like sell some stuff and switch some things out in here. So the studio's an absolute disaster right now. We will not be showing anyone around. The studio is an absolute disaster as I'm trying to switch some things out of here. It's chaos. Actually, I don't even know what it looks like over on the other apps. Oh, it looks fine. Okay, we look okay over here. Hey, good evening. Thank you so much for tapping into the stream. I appreciate you being here. Ethan, welcome into the live as well. I hope y'all are doing fantastic. All right, let me I have a pro kit as well. I've just redone my whole studio and it's such a mess. Yeah, it's crazy. Is it Tanel? Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I had two. So I had a Pearl Roadshow, like the cheap one. I had a Pearl Roadshow. I sold that because I had a couple kits in here and just didn't have room for all of them, and I wasn't gonna fix them all up. So I had a Pearl Roadshow. I sold that, and now I have this. It's a nice Pearl Vision. It's a cool kit. I really like the finish on it. But I'm trying to figure out the direction that I want to go. Yeah, if you want to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, just read through and follow all the details there. If you're on the Purple app, type !submit in the chat if you would like to see the options for submitting there. If you are on the Red app, YT, then go to the description. Jesus. I did not mean to hit that. This scared the shit out of me. If you would like to, if you're on the Red app, go to the description for the live stream. You'll see the steps there. I went with a cheap kit, but one with expensive cymbals. Yeah, that's so much of it, man. And honestly, like, good heads makes a world of difference. Like, put like on the kit that I have here, I have like ambassador codeds. That's what I have. If I didn't have the codeds, I had like some G2 codeds, the Evans G2 codeds, which I really liked. Good resonant heads, solid heads on the snare. I'm not using the Pearl snare, but a good snare, good cymbals. I'm in the process of reworking my cymbal setup right now too, because right now it's a hodgepodge of random stuff. I was going with the Evans. Yeah, Evans, you really can't go wrong with ambassadors and Evans, like G1s or G2s. Like you're pretty much going to be, yeah, the Pearl snare sucks. I got rid of that really quick. The one that came with the Roadshow was an absolute nightmare. One didn't come with the Vision, so I have my own. I've just a couple other random snares in here. The one that I'm using right now is it's a Mapex. It's an 8.5 inch. It's thick. I like it a lot. Kind of Black Beauty-ish, Ludwig Black Beauty-ish, kind of pork-ish. It's got a nice thump to it, a nice thud to it. I like it a lot. But yeah, the Pearl Now, obviously, like the Pro Masters series are really nice. Like I know a guy who has a Pro Master series that's like really, man, that's a beautiful sounding snare. I think it's like a 6.5. It's really really nice. But like the free ones that come with the drums with like the free cymbals and stuff, those are nothing. But yeah, my cymbals are all over the place right now. I've got like A custom hats. I've got a K cluster crash. I've got a T cymbals dead ride. I've got like it's like all over the place. I've got some like Piasty 404s from the 80s. It's all over the place. So I'm trying to like sell the Piasty, sell some other stuff to just get like I would like to get to like K darks across the whole thing. Because right now it's all over the place. It's a little chaotic. I'm not familiar. Is it Anku or Ansu? I appreciate you tapping in. Thank you so much for being here. I'm not familiar. Do. AGA's in the building. Welcome in. I appreciate you tapping in. We really want to get a set of K darks as well. Just yeah, exactly. To me, it's between. And so right now, since I already have a K custom on my 16-inch, what I want to do, I have a 22-inch. I have a 22-inch. It's a light T cymbals, T natural. So it's a really think of like a Byzance dry. It's kind of the same realm, right? It's an expensive, really, really like dark, dry 22-inch ride, which I like a lot. You know, it sounds amazing. I just don't really use it for a lot of what I do. So I'm trying to trade that out. I'm trying to sell it, trade it out so I can get just like a K dark 20 or 22, 21 or 22 inch K dark ride. And then I'm going to keep the A custom hats because I really like those, but I'm going to sell my Piasty 404s. That way, if I can trade out the 404s and sell the 404s, I have a crash and a pair of hats, then I'll get another K, probably a set of K dark hats as well. MBD, okay, let me double check for you really quick. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, we're going to get into just literally a few songs. Just a few songs today. We're not going to be on for very long. I got you. Thank you so much for the submission. Let me get you up there really quick. Let me get you up on the line, and then we'll go ahead and kick things off here. NBD in the building. I got you. I appreciate you so much. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and then just read through and follow all the details there. We'll get you up on the board. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run these fairly quick because I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not gonna waste too much time. So I think I'm just waiting for your email to come in. As soon as your email comes in, you should be ready to go. NBD. So yeah, just once I get that in, you should be set. Ooh, don't do that. Yeah, if I were to get so like obviously every brand has their kind of their rides that are just really, or you know, their set of cymbals that are really really widely renowned. Like for the Piasties, it's obviously like the Master Series Piasties are fantastic. I know someone who has those. They're beautiful, gorgeous. It's crazy expensive, but they're beautiful sounding. You're gonna like $2,000 for a set. And then the other ones are the 2002s. I really like that. What's up, D Busy? Welcome in. I really like the 2002s from Piasty. Those are great. If I don't go the K route, which I probably will because I already have a K cymbal and I really like the wash. I really really like the resonance of the K series, especially the darks. If I don't go that route, I'll probably go the route of Byzance because I've used a ton of Byzance. They are just obnoxiously expensive. Obnoxiously expensive. You know, you're $500 for a pair of hats. It's just brutal. It's so insane. So if I go the route of Byzance, I have to trade out everything to fit that sonic profile, and it's just that's not happening. That's not happening for a while. But I already have the K. I already have the A custom hats and the K cymbal. So I'd probably stay in the. I really like Zildjian too. I'll probably stay in that realm. MBD, let's go. I got you. Y'all, let's get into some music. Let's see. Max Brun in the building. Let's see what's going on here. Let's open up Spotify. MBD Braun, give me all of the details. Give me context. Give me details. I believe it's is it my first time hearing you? Let me know. Hey, thank you, D Busy. I like this shirt a lot too. It's sick. Synths on the mind. Always. I think it's my I see. What do you mean, Jenna? What do you mean? New band out of LA, a freshman track punk band. I'm the manager. Beautiful. Thank you for sending this in. If you happen to know any other details about the band, about the structure, about who's mixing, who's who that I'm hearing and stuff in the structure of the mix, let me know. I love the details. I love context. We're gonna spend some time on it. We're gonna get into these details here. But this is, let me open it up on Spotify. Beautiful. There we go. Let's go. Mix is muddy on purpose. Sounds good, DYB. You absolutely don't have to. I do. I do have to talk because it's my job. I trust me, I am not a snob, even though I work as an engineer, I'm not a snob about engineering in the way that, like, if it serves the song, it serves the song. I'm not here, like, we talk about this quite a bit because we listen to a lot of different genres on here. Like, if it serves the song, it serves the song. If it serves the emotional pull of the structure of the song, then it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Not every song is supposed to be like a pristine, polished, like Ariana Grande pop song, right? Like, some things are supposed to be edgy and muddy and noisy, and it's supposed to ring. The guitar's supposed to feedback. It's supposed to be fuzzy. It's supposed to feel like it's coming straight out of the garage down the street. Like, I think there's some power in that, and sometimes that's the way that you actually get people to attach and relate to your music, instead of things being like too clean and simple. And then on the other side, like, people go and see you perform live, and like, oh, this is amazing, and then they hear the studio track on their way back, and then you're like, oh, like, like, what? This is sterile. This sounds nasty. This is raw and live recorded. Okay, so this is all tracked in room, maybe outside of vocals. Let me know if you have any context, but let me know. All right, this is Trading Places is the name of the song. The band is Slacker. Let's dive in. This is their brand new single, it looks like. Let's dive in. How many members? Hey, I just landed. Nice. No, I didn't. Jim. And I'm feeling stranded. Well, you crossed my mind. So hey. I try to call you. Go to my profile, click on the link. I see Hollow's live. Cool. Do you know who engineered it? Or how they tackled that? Hey, let's go! Cool. It's a vibe. Make sure you go all the way to my profile, and if it doesn't show up, just look up Torvik Music on Instagram. It's the same link. Hello, how are you? Love the oversaturation. Don't seem to grasp the issue. That's what she told me the last time. You think the problem was all mine. Okay, I'll go back to California. For the follow, I appreciate it. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you tapping in. Good dynamic range. Yeah, we are. 80K, welcome in. Nice. Y'all show some love. That is Trading Places by Slacker. Definitely show some love and support. And also shout out to MBD that's right here in the chat as well. That is their manager, doing an amazing job already sending in their music in. So I appreciate that a lot. Let's run this from the top. Slacker on all plats. Y'all run up the numbers. Go show some love. Go follow on Spotify and all DSPs. Go like the track. Go add it to your playlist. Go stream it, of course. All of that good stuff. Show them some love and support. Let's run it. We're going to run it from the top. We're going to dive into some details here. But this is really, really cool. I love the rawness. I love the edge. It's very, oversaturated and overdriven throughout all elements of the track. It's gritty. It's got tension. It's fuzzy. I love all of those details here. So let's dive in. Let's get into some of the nuances of it. I'm excited. It's a cool band. It's a cool sound. You also have like a really good, clean, distinct riff. Like immediately is catchy. This is a musical riff beyond just like the vocal riff and the hook, which I think is vitally important to most music out there today, especially something that has a little bit more of a clean, distinct top line. That's not like indie or folk. Something that has like a really clean top line. It's really, really nice to have a musical hook as well. People will remember this line and this intro and outro sometimes as much as they'll remember like the hook of the song. So that's so important, especially in this genre. Like that's like, it's like immediately stuck in my head. Like it's immediately stuck in my head beyond ever hearing a single lyric in here. Hey, I just landed. Good double track here. One of the benefits too of double tracking your guitars just in a really, really clean manner like they have in here. This is a really clean double track left and right so that it's playing nearly the same parts on the guitar on the left side and the right side to create a lot of weight in the rhythm section, in addition to that lead as well. When you have that double track like that, one thing, it gives you power in your main hooks and stuff like that, but it also gives you more tools to like push and pull the dynamics, right? Just being able to pull one side away immediately makes the song feel more intimate, right? It makes you feel really close to it by stripping away all of the other elements and going to just one side of that double track. And then when you bring the other side back in, it feels really full. It feels really vibrant. This is really cool. There's a lot that I like about what's going on here that's like very like, and I mean this in a great way, like very typical of the genre, very typical of like the stylistic choices that you want to hear as a consumer in this genre of pushing and pulling those left and right double tracks. In the city, makes you feel really close. Well, you cross my mind. There's the double. It's more of like a rhythm with like an inversion kind of on the left side there, which is really nice. I also love again, this is genre specific. You gotta mix to the song and produce to the song. I love that it's not like perfectly in tune. It's bendy, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of a detune. It's fuzzy. All of that noise that we're hearing right there, I absolutely, absolutely love. Noah, welcome in. It's good to see you. I appreciate you tapping in. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. There's a lot of things that they're doing stylistically and creatively that I think is really, really well done. I think I saw that name in a movie. I'm pretty sure I know where you are. Am I too dumb? Yeah. Yeah, really, really nice. Go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the steps. I would encourage y'all to check the line over on the Red app first. But yeah, you can, which is YT if you use your imagination. Check the line over there because we have some people that I'm waiting on still. But yeah, just go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details. We'll get you up on the board. What's up, Victor? Welcome in. Good to see you. Same thing, stripping it back to a single. It's the inversion kind of the, again, you have the riff off the A. riff off the A right there, stripping it back to just the single track right there, and then opening up the double with the rhythm section. It just makes it feel so dynamic without having to do a ton of work, right? Like without having to like play harder, play louder, add 15 other layers, like by default of just taking and bringing in elements, or taking out and bringing back in elements that are already here within the production structure. It makes it feel really energetic and really dynamic without crazy amounts of like editing and stuff like that. It sounds really, really nice. What do you mean, Victor? Welcome in. I appreciate you tapping in. I'll go back to California, said you'll hop on that plane, life keeps on the same. I guess we'll go our separate ways, but I'll soon forget. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, here's honestly, this is the only thing you talked about. You talked about a muddy mix before. I don't. Again, mud is kind of relative to like the desire of the track, right? Like again, to the style, to the genre, to the record that's in front of you, right? I don't mind a fuzzy, busy, noisy mix as long as it serves the structure of the song, right? Like all the stuff we were already talking about. In this case, I feel like the vast majority of what's happening in the production structure and with the vocals serves the genre. It serves the structure of the song. So within that context, I think it sounds really, really nice. The only thing I would be aware of when you do that is that you still maintain some clarity and distinction for the lead vocal. Keep it muddy, busy, fuzzy, boomy, all of this stuff if it serves the structure of the song, right? Which in this case, I think it does. But make sure that there's still enough weight behind the vocal that it can compete with that noise, right? I want it noisy. I want it sounding crazy. I want it sounding, obnoxious in some ways because I want it to feel very raw and very organic and very energetic, all while still having enough of a vocal structure that can compete with all of that noise, right? So I love keeping all of that stuff in there. I love the fuzzy, gritty, over-distorted, oversaturated drums. I love the super, super fuzzy guitars, double tracked on either side. I love kind of the ringing and resonance of this lead with the feedback over the top. Beautiful. All that's beautiful. I would just make sure there's enough weight. There's enough weight behind that vocal that it can compete with all of that. So I would make sure as much as you can that you find a balance between the two, right? That it is raw, it is organic, it does feel nasty and grimy where it's still having enough weight to the vocal that people connect to it. Beyond that, man, it's a really, really great record. They should be very proud of this, especially for a first record. This is crazy. It's really, really well done. Can you sing Ed Sheeran's song? I'm not going to sing Ed Sheeran. For one, my allergies are killing me as always, so I'm not going to be probably singing any songs on here, but I do appreciate the request. Outcast, thank you for the heartbeat. I appreciate the lot. Derek Bennet, I see you hop in. Good to see you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. This is nice, man. It's a great structure. It's great writing. Format is amazing. It's really, really well. It's really, really well done. I can't talk. Got you, Derek. I love it, man. I love it. Nasty. Back to the riff, bookend it. Y'all, please show some love. Please show some love. Shout out to MBD Braun, who's right here in the chat. Shout out to MBD Braun. I appreciate you sending this in, man. Anytime we get like an agent or a manager or someone who's representing these artists. Mark, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that a lot. Is it Alan XYZ? I'm sure I'm butchering your name, but thank you so much for tapping in. I really appreciate the follow as well. Anytime that y'all come and represent the people that you're working with, man, it means a lot, and I really appreciate you trusting me with their music. Genuinely appreciate that so much. Derek, I got you up on the board. So everybody, please show some love and support to MBD Braun, who's right here in the chat. The song is called Trading. It's out on all platforms. The song is out there. It is released. It's called Trading Places by Slacker with no E. So it's SLACKR. Go stream it. Go add it to your playlist. Go like the track. Go follow on Spotify. Spotify works. the same as most other social, or most DSPs work the same as most social profiles and programs. So make sure that y'all are following, make sure that you're engaging, make sure that your intention is solid, your retention is solid. So follow, like, all of that good stuff. Show them some love and support. Give it up one more time for NBD. I appreciate you a lot. Derek, let me get you organized here. Let's get out of Spotify for a second. I appreciate y'all tapping in today. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. We're not going to be on for very long. Like I said, I'm probably going to have like 2 or 3 more songs in me. It's going to be short and sweet today, but we will open up the lines again, long form tomorrow. We'll have another open, longer live tomorrow. So definitely stay tapped in. Definitely stay tapped in. Let me get these updated. We got Derek Bennet in the building. And if you do want to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all of the details there if you would like to get yourself up on the board. Is it a little glitchy? It's looking a little glitchy to me. Why does it also look like it's like in a film from 1992? What's going on with TikTok, dude? TikTok's it's just going through it. Machu, welcome in. Good to see you, man. Why does TikTok look like it's like 1992? Okay. I don't know what the deal is. I give up. Okay, Derek Bennet, let's get into it. We're running through the music. We have a new cinematic production. 1992 was a good year. It was 2 years before I was born, but I'm glad it was a good year. I'm glad it was. Okay, that's when you were born. I was like, don't tell me. I almost sounded like it was gonna be one of those comments like 92 is when I graduated. I was like, hold on. There's no way, Derek. There's no way. 92 is a good year. That's a solid year. All right, new cinematic production, thinking ethereal female vocal with intense NF style rap vocal. Let's go. Obviously unmixed, so keep that perspective. Looking at production structure before I moved to vocals. Let's get it. Let's get it downloaded. Let's dive in. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, we're doing long form 30-minute consultations on the structure of your music, 20 to 30 minutes long. If you would like to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the details. Check the line over on the Red or Purple app. You can find all that info at my profile and at the link. Hold on. Untitled. I guess we can replace untitled. That's fine. All right, this is Derek Bennet, y'all. Hey, you as well, Joseph. I'm gonna send you something tomorrow. Had a crazy last few days, but it's eerie. Of course, yeah. Of course, absolutely. As long as you're connected to the music somehow. He was not afraid of the thunder. Derek Bennett's music always brings out the voice. I don't know what it is. I mean, I do. Good night. Click on the link, you have to spin everything from there. Hey, no worries. Yeah, we have a bunch of people in line, so I've got to make sure that everything follows the same order. I like it. I like the rims too. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate it. Liz, thank you for hopping in. Yeah, if anybody wants to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through the details there. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I appreciate you being here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all give it up one time for, welcome back, Jenna. Give it up one time for Derek Bennet. That is an untitled track right now that doesn't have a vocal yet, but it will. We'll probably get a female vocal on that, maybe a rap vocal as well. I'm excited to hear that as it expands and as it grows. Let's get into some structural details in here, some production details on here. Yeah, if anybody, for those of you who don't know, welcome to Track Talk. Welcome to the family. I appreciate y'all being here. What we do here at Track Talk are 20 to 30 minute long form consultations on the structure of your music. These are detailed long form breakdowns to get into your mix, production, sound design, lyric and song structure, stuff like that. So if you want to get into a consultation, just go to my profile, click on the link, and just please read through and follow all of the details there. If you do read through and follow all the details, I'll get notified. I'll get you up on the line along with everyone else. Okay, Lord of the Zane, right? Let me say. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll keep an eye out for it. So just make sure if you did it, just make sure, Lord, that you did that you read through all of the details, top to bottom. Make sure that you read through all of the details there. That way, I can make sure that I get you up on the line with everyone else. What is TX2? If anybody wants to submit, you got to submit through the same place because we got a bunch of people in line. And y'all can skip the line and stuff like that if you want to, but we've got a bunch of people in line to get to. So go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through it and follow all of the details there. And then that way I can get you moving in the right direction. Yep, I have sent it the right way and format. Okay. Let me see. Because I haven't seen anything. I'll keep an eye out for it. I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen it. Actually, I haven't seen an email or credit. So I'll double check here in just a little bit. I'll just wait for it to load up. Okay, let's get into it. Let's run it from the top. This is Derek Bennet. This is not released. This is just an early demo. It's going to have vocals and stuff on it soon. Draven, welcome in. Brock, welcome in. Good to see you. So this is obviously kind of building in a first verse here, right? So I'm really, my focus here is trying to like figure out structure and make sure that everything feels aligned, right? Like as far as like, where would a vocal come in? Where would the verse be? Yeah, female vocal here. Where would a verse be? Where would a rap come in? How do the dynamics work? Does it feel too chaotic, or is there some level of control? Is there some level of like structure that we can really follow here to make sure this is as clean and clear as far as the structure goes across the board? Before you get vocals on there, I want to make sure that the vision is really clear when it comes to how you pitch this to the artist as well. And no problem at all, man. No problem at all. There's no pressure, no rush, no worries at all. Rap kicks in when the cinematic drums hit. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, that's what I always recommend. Make sure y'all read through and follow all the details there. These are not fast, like quick 5-minute reviews. These are long form, 30-minute consultations. So I do want to make sure that that everyone's aware of like the structure of the live stream, how it works, and stuff like that. In this, okay, perfect. So this is gonna be more of that like high ethereal female vocal here. So still, there's no real cinematic drums here, right? So you're still, yeah, still vocal. That's what I was kind of hearing. There. So rap vocals here potentially. Because this is all like, there's a ton of anticipation. There's a lot of dynamic building right here. It's like a long form transition here. So I'm kind of, I guess we'll kind of see. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out these dynamics because the way that it sounds initially is like the rap kind of comes in just on the build up on like a pre-chorus almost before a chorus hits. But then it goes on for kind of a long time. So I'm trying to just make sure that the build is not so long that it loses its power, that the rap really sits in a pocket that makes sense that it exists there. This is all rap here. Still rap. Yeah. Okay, Aiden, welcome in. And then are you thinking back to female vocal here? I just want to get the structure because that's I think to me kind of determines how this feels. Because the way it's structured right now, yeah, the way it's structured right now is that buildup is so long. That buildup is so long because there's a whole verse before it. So like with NF, it would like start with that buildup, right? It would like start with like a low NF vocal, and then it builds up like crazy to some sort of a hook, right? But in this case, you have that whole pocket of what would happen right there, plus a whole like 16 bars with a female vocal verse before that. So I feel like there's potential that this could feel a little bit run on, where it feels like a little bit like it's dragging a little bit just because some of these segments feel like they're getting pushed. So I'm trying to figure out how this will all work out. So I'm going to keep listening. We'll chop around a little bit. I want to keep listening for just a moment. Because it's also still, Brucey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Because right here, you're still getting a lot of like the build-up feel. Like you still have the walk-up from like the brass in the background. You still have the same F-sharp melody. Right, you still have a lot of that melody over the F-sharp minor. So it's a lot of the same sound design, just like a slightly different like drum pattern, right? So I think we need to be more distinct with what's happening in the production, like a little bit more obvious where we're at in the song. And you can always smooth that out. Okay, perfect. You can always smooth that out, right? But like start with like making these segments a little bit more distinct because they do kind of just all blend and flow into each other in a way that I think could make it feel like it's dragging a little bit. A little bit of mud here as well between the walk-ups and walk-downs that you have and the all of that movement right there, and then underneath there's your spiccatos on the left side. They're giving there's a lot of tension right there because there's like a low bass that I think is holding the F sharp, while the high strings on the spiccato are holding an F sharp as well. Up here at the top end, and then in the middle you have things walking up and down, right? So you have like two things holding, kind of dictating your progression, and then the chords and melodies changing beneath and above it. That's getting a little bit muddy for me, so try to be maybe a little bit more, again, like pointed maybe with where those melodies sit, because then if you add then another melody of a vocal on top of that, right, a female lead vocal over the top plus layers to that female lead vocal over the top, that's going to start to sound a bit noisy and a bit muddy just because there's so many different notes hitting all at the same time. If you can clarify maybe some of that a little bit more, even just like walking down with the bass, you have like maybe the bass instead of holding on the F sharp, maybe it follows the melody of the progression a little bit better. So that all feels like it moves and it kind of morphs together as opposed to it feeling disconnected. It's just holding right there. Or just make sure more is like holding and harmonizing right there, if that makes sense. I'm gonna cut back to some things here. I'm just trying to get the structure. If this is kind of this is kind of your hook currently. What's up, Dean? Welcome in. Like this kind of still feels like a build up to me, just because of the walk up. Anytime you have this. Like anytime you have like this movement up, this crescendo right there, that's where it's going to feel like there's a lot of anticipation. So it constantly feels like it's building, and we never just kind of get to the different moments, if that makes sense. Like you're constantly in a transition. And some of that could be intentional, but I do think that it could use some clarifying. That about doing all rap as well. I mean, that's 100% a possibility. Or you just use the vocal only as the hook. I'll jump back to that. If you want to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the steps there. So you're thinking back to initially back to female vocal here. I mean, sonically, I like a lot of what's going on here. Yeah. building again. Again, sonically, there's a lot of cool things going on. I think we just need to clarify structure. Yeah, I'm gonna jump back here. It's back at the beginning for a second. Build up. Like even that, there's a lot of build up, anticipation, transitions, right? So you're kind of constantly in this state as opposed to living in a moment. I think for a little bit longer, there's a couple times, Nicole, welcome in. There's a couple times where we're able to separate a little bit. I think the hook feels semi-distinct. Some of the verses with the vocal themselves feel pretty distinct, but there's this constant building that's happening. And so I'm kind of curious. Let me back up here. If we do like no buildup or very little, let it just live as an intro. Maybe some ad libs here before the vocal comes in. We build up here and then you go rap vocal right off the bat. I'm not a rapper, right? But you get the idea. Like if you already want like an NF vocal right there, you build up just a hair at the very end right here and you drop straight into a rap vocal instead of a female vocal first. Straight into a rap vocal. Give it 16 measures. Give it 16 measures there. And then build up. Like to me, that feels more like on the nose. Like that feels like more distinct, a little bit more powerful. I feel like if we start with the female vocal right there, it softens the intro a little bit too much, as opposed to kind of respecting the power that's in the production right there and giving it a little bit more edge with a male rap vocal there. And then if we push a little bit farther, then in my opinion, you don't need all of this buildup. So then you do 16 measures of the rap vocal right there. Give it like a 4-measure buildup fairly quickly. Like don't spend all this time getting there, because you have like another 16 measures of just buildup, right? Of just the rap vocal coming in and building up with the rap vocal to then hit the hook, which doesn't feel like disconnected, right? It feels like very smooth into it. So you don't need all of that buildup if you start with the rap. So I would go 16 measures on the rap, 4-measure buildup, like build some anticipation, build some energy right there, and then hit a hook. Now with the hook, you might bring in the female vocal. I like the idea of that. I'm kind of a fan of like, then you, let's see, we push up here, female vocal comes in on the hook. So I don't think you need all, but again, I don't think you need 16 measures of build up here, especially if you start with the rap vocal. So you can kind of cut this down a little bit too. I love me some, I'll double check for here in a second. I love me some sad songs. And build up here. Again, just briefly, just give it half of each of these buildups, right? And then a female vocal. Like whatever, right? Like you have a high female vocal right there. Lotus, right? Welcome in, Lotus. Good to see you. Have a high female vocal that's kind of, again, respecting the power of the hook structure that you have there. At the same time, you're disconnecting, you're distinguishing your verse from your chorus structure here without 16 measures of buildup, right? After a full verse with the female vocal. This gives you a little bit more space to grow. This gives you a little bit more room to kind of build up the structure of your music here, as opposed to it feeling like it's kind of a run-on sentence that just kind of fades into each other. And then the song feels, especially because the same progression, same sonic qualities, same, production structure and sound design for the most part. So you don't really get too many things that are distinguishing these different moments in the song. Hey, you as well, Lotus. I appreciate you tapping. Yeah, I go live a couple days a week. It kind of depends on my project load and my workload and stuff like that. So it kind of just depends, but I'm on for like 90 minutes today. I'm not on for very long at all, but I appreciate you tapping in. Is it Davey, DVY? Thank you so much for the follow. Are you reviewing viewers' music? Yeah, we're doing long form consultations here. So what we do here takes about 30 minutes per track. So we spend about 20 to 30 minutes listening to, if you're a producer, you're an artist, you're a songwriter, you're an engineer, you're a musician, vocalist, whatever it may be. They send in their song. We spend about 20 to 30 minutes breaking down the song, usually 2 or 3 different times through the song. So we're going to go back, we'll chop through some things, we'll go back again, we'll revisit a verse, and we'll really dig into the details of the mix and master, production elements, sound design, lyric and song structure, to get into the details and nuances of what you're doing creatively and practically, and hopefully offer some some actionable feedback. For Sean, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. Sorry, I just saw that. Yeah, so if you want to get into some of the details of your music, I'm not on for very long tonight, especially because these are long, like I said. Each of the breakdowns are like 30 minutes a piece. It's not like a quick review. There's no trash or pass. There's no ratings. There's no polls, nothing like that. So because it is so long form, I only have time. I'm only doing like 3 or 4 songs today. So if y'all want to submit, you can, but it's gonna be short and sweet. I'll be live again tomorrow, probably. I gotta finish up a mix in the morning, and maybe one other session, but I'll be on for a couple hours tomorrow as well. Okay, let's get a little bit deeper into this. So yeah, that's, I think, over your hook structure, Derek, is where I would revisit bringing in the female vocal, because then you can kind of compartmentalize that dynamic range. You can keep that dynamic range for the hook. It's not in the whole build-up. The rap vocals taking care of the verses, and let that vocalist live right there. Maybe with some ad-libs from the rapper, but keep it a little bit more compartmentalized so it doesn't, not everything's kind of blending together, if that makes sense. Okay, let me go into the second verse. Hey, good evening. Welcome in. I appreciate y'all joining the live stream. Thank y'all for being here. And then bring it down right here. Back to the rap vocal here. Like you said, NF style, it's cinematic, it's grungy. I like it. Of course, I appreciate you being here, Davey. Thanks for tapping in. And yeah, if anybody wants to submit, you can. It's just gonna be a short list of who I'm actually gonna listen to today. Anybody can be at the top if you want to be, but go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through and follow all the steps there. We'll get you up on the board. If you want to see the queue, go to my profile or go to the red app, use your imagination, YT. That's the mainstream over there, the red app and the purple app. So go to the red app and you can see the line, the order of the minimums and everything over there. Yeah, because this can all be the other vocal. And then I would almost rather, just again, to make this more distinct, again, it's not my song, it's your song, Derek, so do what feels right for you. But if you do a full 16 measures right here for the full 16 bars for the rapper, then you can kind of build up with the swell of the cymbals, some reverses, bring the strings and the synths in, and go straight to a hook right here instead of building up again, right? I think where this needs to be like kind of cut the fat a little bit, we can make this a little bit more concise, a little bit more controlled, is these really long 8 measure, 16 measure buildups that initially we're going to maybe have the rap vocal. But if you do the verses that are the rap vocal and the female vocal on the hook, then you can cut a lot of these buildups, have them there for dynamics, like, and for control and for transitions, but you don't need all of these different ones. Like in this case, I would almost just do, you already did a build up for the first verse, maybe go straight into the hook from here, like bring it in right here. This is all your verse with the rap vocal. Nice and punchy. And then hook right here. Like maybe build that up a little bit more instead of it just being the cymbal rolls. Maybe build that up with a little bit more power and a little bit more energy. And then go straight into a hook right there. So you have a big chorus with the female vocal again. Again, instead of another 8 measures of buildup. Again, just to give you some ideas. Get your own wheel spinning. Hey, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. Female vocal hook. I like the transition there too, that's nice. Good melody. I mean, it's nice and cinematic. It's eerie. I like it a lot, man. I like it a lot. Y'all, a lot of your sound designs really, really, really nicely done. Y'all, please show some love to Derek Bennet, who is right here in the chat. I cannot wait to hear vocals on this. I hope I'm not throwing too much of a wrench in the system of your song structure and the way that you're building out your production elements here, just because I know that cuts some parts and moves the vocal here and moves another rap vocal back down here. What's up, Farco? Welcome in, man. There's a whole lot of different elements that we're kind of moving around here potentially, but I do think it'll make it more pointed and more concise. Yeah, this allows you to make it more of a rap song. Like it's more like cinematic rap centric, which is more NF, like you were kind of talking about already. It makes it you don't have to like guess of what the song is. Like, no, this is a rap record. We're listening to a rap song. It's got a female lead vocal for the hook, maybe layered with the rap vocal as well. But this gives you a little bit more of a concise structure. It makes it a little bit more in line and in tune, as opposed to it kind of being like, here's a female vocal verse into a rap verse that's actually the pre-chorus that goes into the female vocal chorus back down into a female vocal verse into a rap buildup. You know what I mean? It's like now we're floating around, and who does what part of the structure feels a little bit more open-ended. This way it's like, no, this is a solid 16 rap verse on the A and B, and we have a really powerful female vocal on the hook. You can cut some of the fat. It's also going to bring this back down to I appreciate you so much, man. I appreciate you. This is already 3 minutes and 36 seconds. This is going to bring you probably under 3 minutes, honestly. Now, just cutting some of the transition time, cutting down on some of those like 8 to 16 measure transitions right there, and your buildups that are really, really long-winded, cutting a lot of that down to like 4 measures or 2 measures, depending on the verse, is going to cut like another 30, 35 seconds out. That might actually put you at like 2 minutes and 50 seconds versus 3 minutes and 40 seconds, which is just more commercially viable. It's more playlistable. You're going to get better retention, especially because you're cutting into a rap vocal right off the bat with that first verse. It's going to be a lot more punchy and a lot more concise. So I think that, although it's going to take some reworking of the production, I think it's going to be like the vision for it. I think it's going to be a little bit more concise and a little bit more clear. Y'all show some love to Derek. We love Derek. Derek is the family. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the follows. I appreciate those follows. I appreciate that a lot. I see Team X, I think, right in there. And then Pepperoni Man, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that as well. Shout out to Derek. Derek, I appreciate you so much, man. Derek is a really, really talented producer. So definitely show some love to him. Work with him. I'm always here. Like, there's enough for everybody to eat. So y'all, if you want to collaborate with people, you like the sounds that they use, you like the tonal qualities of their music and the skills that they have, reach out to them, network with them, collaborate with them. As always, really, really appreciate you. Diary, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for the follow as well. I really appreciate y'all with the follows. But y'all show some love to Derek Bennet one more time. Okay, I'm looking out for a couple that said they submitted that I'm not seeing right now. If y'all are wanting to submit, go to my profile, click on the link, and just read through it and follow all of the details right there. Let me read through a couple things because I had a bunch on the board here, but I'm not seeing them here. And then I'm also not seeing the full submission from some of the others. So if you do want to submit, or if you did submit, just definitely make sure that you did read through and follow all of the details. It is a short live today, so only have time for like 1 or 2 more tracks. And then I'm out of here, and we'll open up the lines again tomorrow. All right, let me see. I think I just probably got that one in. All right, Vine is in the building. What's up, Vine? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. I think I got, let me just see, because there's 2 names that just came in. So let me just double check these real quick, y'all. So I can make sure that I am good to go. So Gutter Pixie, I got you. Okay, is that the artist name or band name, etc.? Let me know. Let me get that up on the board. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for saying that. I believe it's my first time hearing you, so I'm excited. Great name. Let me get that up on the board. And then, beautiful. I don't like being on late too, just because y'all can hear it. Was my allergies beating me up like crazy. All right, let me get you up here so I can check it off the list. And then really quick, let me know. Izzy, welcome in. Thanks for tapping into the stream. I appreciate you being here. Let me know who else sent. It's under a different name, I think. But let me know who else sent through the website really quick. The initials are RS. RS. If you just submitted and your initials are RS, you paid through the website, let me know. What kind of music as artists are you focused within? Oh, it's all over the place. I was talking about this earlier. My production clientele and mixed clientele right now is very, very variety packed. I like to work in a lot of different genres. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me on my toes as a session musician. It keeps me on my toes as a producer and an engineer. So I'm all over. I'm working with some really, really talented artists in the pop and R&B space and in the rap space. I have a like contemporary opera artist that I'm producing and mixing. A couple cool like synth pop, dream pop artists, like 80s style stuff that I'm working with right now that are really, really cool. But it's all over the place. Yeah, all over. I just did a progressive metal track for an artist a couple months ago, or maybe about 5 or 6 weeks ago, or something like that. Yeah, yeah. And I work with a couple rock libraries, right? Rock libraries right now as well. A lot of like classic. There's a little like hard rock, classic rock, kind of like 80s, early 90s stuff. These libraries bring me on to do vocals for them, which is fun. So I like doing stuff like that. And I gotta make use of like the toys that I have in here too. Like I have some guitars. I need to do some more stuff on my own, but it's fun working with these libraries. They're fun. But yeah, I had the opportunity to work the cool I don't know. I'm the artist. He's like, it's time. It's time. Okay, let me double check really quick. So Gutter Pixie, I got you. I know I need to get a 7 string. So I have this. This is like this is my go-to if I'm doing like metal stuff or like rock stuff. This is my go-to. It's a C1 plus. I love this thing. The finish is gorgeous. It's my favorite. And it sounds amazing. It's such a good, but I need a 7 string. I need a 7 string. This is not the priority level of me purchasing one is just low. It's just low. Like I already have a bunch of other instruments and I've done it's too many instruments in here. I'm trying to clean it out right now actually and get rid of some stuff so I can consolidate with higher quality stuff. But it's all over the place. It's all over the place, all over the place. And so I'm trying to consolidate a little bit. So like for the amount I've been playing piano since I was 6 years old. And since I've been playing piano and synths and keys, or whatever, that's been the thing that I've collected the most and the thing that I do the most session work in. So I do a lot of synthesis session work. That's probably 80% of my session work is synths because I have a bunch of them and I'm good at it. And so I don't do as much of some of the other stuff. And so anytime that I am investing in instruments, oftentimes I invest a little bit more heavy in having synths. I work with the 7 string guitarist and I cannot go back. It's crazy. And you just like drop it to C sharp and just go crazy. Okay. Let's see. I just emailed, not sure payment went through for submission. Okay, beautiful, JB. I got you. Let me just double check a few things here because there are some payments that came in without a name and I just want to connect it to the right person here. Is the initial JS, JB? I'm assuming it is. Yeah. I think it's, yeah, I got you. You should be. Let me see. Hey, no problem at all. No worries. No worries at all. Okay, let me get JB up here. And then we're going to close the line, y'all. Short and sweet today. Boom. Got you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for sending in. All right, let me close it up, y'all. Short and sweet today. I'm just on for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. These will be our last two. Boom. Closed. Let me update this over here. Y'all snuck in right on time. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll open it up for a full submission. We'll go crazy. We'll open everything up. But let me go and close all of this up over here on YouTube and Twitch. Okay. Last 2 tracks. We got Gutter Pixie in the building. Gutter Pixie, hop in the chat. Let me pull up your email really quick. The lines are closed, so please do not submit. If you do submit, it'll be saved for tomorrow. We have Gutter Pixie in the building. Let's go. Jade, thanks for tapping in. Jade, I appreciate you being here. This is a raw demo, no production, just the song with piano chords. Okay, Gutter Pixie, let me know if you're in the chat. I do want to make sure that you're here. Jade, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. Hey, thank you for tapping in. I appreciate you being here. All right, I'm not seeing Jade, or I'm not Jade. Why am I saying Jade? Gutter Pixie. I'm not seeing Gutter Pixie. Found a call. If not, I'm going to move to the next one, then we'll come back to it. Let me get it downloaded while I'm waiting, though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, JB, we're running it. Okay, this is JB Strauss. This is unmastered country Americana leaning track. Oh, just working with an artist all this last week on a record kind of in that same space. Hey, welcome in, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank y'all for tapping into the stream. Line is closed up for tonight, but we're going to open everything back up tomorrow. So make sure y'all are following. Make sure that you're tapped, and we'll take a big chunk of artists tomorrow for these long-form consultations that we're doing. First submission, not sure if I've done this correctly. You have done it beautifully. This is Ode to an Old Friend. I think this is version 1. So give me all of the details. JB, walk me through as far as production structure, the role that you play in this track, who's mixing it, stuff like that. Let me know. Let me know. I love details. I love context. We're going to spend some time really getting into these details here. So let me know kind of a little bit more about what you're doing. I appreciate the follows, y'all. Thank y'all so much for that. But let's get into it. Let's dive in, man. This is Ode to an Old Friend by JB, who's right here in the chat. Co-wrote the song, recorded at Capricorn Studios in my hometown of Macon, Georgia. Let's go. Come on with the slide. Oh, you'll appreciate. I got to show you some things I just got a couple days ago. Some instruments I got in the studio. I've yet to try it out, but I just got me a nice old resonant guitar.
Don't matter where you go, from the foothills to the coast, blue sky that you ever know.
Let me know how far into this project you are as well. Is this mastered, or are you still kind of working some stuff out?
Sunsets like a pastel dream.
Beautiful.
Bet you 10 and tune them strings to the sound. Chickasaw beat.
Beautiful voice, man. Come on.
Camellias in bloom, flicker on the wind. Stars fell on her. Someday they'll fall again. And I'll be there soon. This road.
Cool.
Till then,
beautiful.
Change your got a buddy on Bear Creek Road. It's backwoods from
very nice.
And if you stumble on this fishing hole, son, you better know someone. Sour mash ran an old stone pit.
Ooh, little Hammond B3 in the background. Ooh. Little organ, that's great.
Stars fell on her. Someday they'll fall again. I'll be there soon. This road.
Beautiful voice, man. Come on. There's that Hammond B3. Come on. Come on. Oh, just, yeah, gotta have the B3. I heard it in the background of the hook. I was like, oh, there she is. Little Leslie in the background. Come on. Come on. What an instrument. Since you're still adding some to the production, this isn't a mix really, still kind of a demo, right?
Someday they'll fall
loosely mixed.
I'll be there soon. This road.
Yeah, makes sense. Still beautiful musicianship though.
Till then, don't you change your until then, don't you change your
great session musicians.
Until then,
love the organ. I'm obsessed. I can't wait to hear a mix on this, man. This is beautiful. Musicianship's fantastic. Woo. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all show some love. Grady's in the building. What's up, Grady? I appreciate y'all tapping in. Show some love. Show some love. That is JB Strauss right here in the chat. I see a couple people asking about submissions and putting their songs in the chat. Unfortunately, the line is closed for today. I only have one more song after this one, and then we will open up the lines again tomorrow for a fresh fleet of new music from some amazing artists, maybe including you as well. So just make sure that you're following, turn live notifications on. JB, thank you for the follow. We'll be live again tomorrow afternoon, not positive on time, usually I would say mid-afternoon Central Time. I'm Central Time. Captain Rock, thank you for the follow. We'll open up the lines again tomorrow so we can listen to some more of your music. We'll get into some more in-depth consultations then. So definitely tap in. Make sure that you're following, and we'll open up again tomorrow. But we are closed for today. And we got one more track after this. I think Gutter Pixie, which is another fantastic name, is going to close us out today if they happen to be back in here. Late night. I know. I gotta stop, Grady. I gotta stop. I'm too tired. Working too much. Okay. Ode to an old friend. Let's dive into. I want to show you this really quick. I don't know. Do you play guitar? I'm like assuming you do loosely, just based on that. I feel like if you make this style of music, you probably play a little bit. Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is. Do. Oh yeah. Welcome back. Do. If you did play, then I was going to show you something. If not, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's run it from the top. We'll get into some details. I just got. I'll show just for the sake, because it's just fun. Sometimes it's just fun to look at stuff. I just got the stuff in the studio. Super. They've been stored for like years, probably decades. Decades for some of these instruments. They've been stored, and I just got them, and I need to clean them up. So they're in rough shape, but I need to clean them up. I'll just show you real quick. We're closed. Fonz, but I'll open up again tomorrow. I got one more song after this. So I just got this. This is like an old Rogue Resonator acoustic. So I gotta break my slide out and do some fancy stuff with this. It does need some work. It is. I might need to open this up and get to work on it. But it is a nice little thing. And then I also got. Yeah, that thing is wild. This is like a vintage. This is a vintage Washburn mandolin. So this I need to fix this up too, because this is really valuable. I gotta get this thing fixed up too. But this, look at the wood on here. It's just beautiful. Just all the finishes. Hold on. All the details and finishes, like it's beautiful. It's such a nice instrument. So I gotta fix this up. Actually, some of these were given to me. I'm always bartering and trading and flipping stuff in here. So I've sold a bunch of stuff in the studio to flip and buy some other stuff. I'm constantly trading. I just traded a guy. I traded a guy an old bass, and he gave me a different bass, another synthesizer, and something else. So like I'm always flipping and trading stuff in here. Oh, and a guitar amp, an old guitar amp. I'm gonna sell that guitar amp, and with that guitar amp money, I'm gonna buy another synth. Like I'm always constantly doing that in here. So this was part of another trade. But this will probably around $1,200-$1,300 just for this little mandolin. It's cool. I do need to fix it up though. It's gonna take some work. I'm not sure about the resonator though. The resonator, I'm not as positive on the value. Maybe a couple, wheeling and dealing, everything I have everything. This mic, I bartered and traded for. Like the Juno 106 behind me, bartered and traded for. I bought a pair of monitors, used them for 7 years, and then flipped that for an old Juno DI and 2 other synths that were broken. I fixed the 2 broken synths myself, flipped those into the pair of focal monitors that I have in here in the Juno. Like I'm just constantly flipping stuff in here. That's the best way to do it, because this shit's expensive sometimes. So I try to pay as little out of pocket as possible. There's a couple things I've bought in here, but the vast majority of all of the random shit I've got in the studio has been like traded for and bartered for and whatever. It's the way to do it. It's the way to do it. Okay, let's get into this track and let me know JB. Let me know if JB's still in here. I do want to make sure JB's still in here. If they're not, then I'll see if Gutter's still in here. Is Gutter in here? Let me know. Let me know. They might have jetted for a second. Let me see. What is it? Was that Ryan Trahan who did that? Was that Ryan Trahan who's like traded from a paperclip up to like, or tried to get a house or something, or is it someone else? I don't know. I might be making that up. But yeah, no, literally, I do it all the time. In fact, like I'm trying to figure out some other things because I have some stuff in here that I don't use as often. So like I've got like this mic. This is I don't use this that often either. I used to use it on drums a lot, but I have mics that I prefer on the drums right now. What's up, Joe Allen? Welcome in. That I prefer on drums. I've got this. This is a Neumann, and I really like it right now. But I have this old Neumann. I don't like this microphone, so I'm going to sell this one. And I'll probably look at selling this Neumann and maybe a couple other mics to fund another mic that I like a little bit better. I've got my eyes on some stuff. But yeah, I'm always trying to figure out like how can I like in the studio, I've got like 15 synths in here. Probably 6 of them I don't really use. Hey, I definitely will. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. I have like 14, 15 synthesizers in here. And probably 6 of them I don't use. And so I'm probably like, well, let me see if I can like trade this one and this one and this one and get like a Prophet 5 or like, a different Moog or something like that. I'm always trying to like finagle how I can flip some things in and out. Oh, I've been taking a music production course. Let's go, Joe Allen. I love that, man. I love it. All right, I guess I'll do a final call and then I'll hop off and then we'll be back on tomorrow and hopefully I can get Gutter back in here. Oh yeah. Let me see. Delta's in the building. Got any beat up? Oh, of course, somewhere, dude. I know I have some in storage. I've got a couple 57s. You'll appreciate this. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. And then I'll probably hop off here in a second, y'all. Give me a second. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the crashing in the background. Delta, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Hi from Canada. Welcome in. I hope you're doing amazing. I have a bunch of random 57s in here, but this was actually made for me by a buddy of mine when I had my studio in Dallas. He made this for his set, for his drum kit, and then gave it to me. So he made a welcome from Australia. I've been to Australia twice. It's beautiful. I love Australia. It's not focusing. Come on, focus, camera. Focus, whatever. Oh, there you go. But it's basically a right angle 57, which you can buy, but it's obviously cheaper to just make it the way that he did. And so he got a different one for his kit that he made. And so he gave that one to me. So now I have a couple other 57s that I use for like snare, top and bottom, and on my live kit in here. But anyways, I use that as my snare top a lot of times because it's really nice because it gets the cables out of the way using the right angle. And then I have, I've got some 58s. So I have a couple of 2 or 3 57s in here. I've got some 58s laying around somewhere else. And of course I've got a 7B. I've got all kinds of stuff just laying around in here. Those are like the staples. Those are like the stuff that I use that shit every single day. That's the stuff that never, that 50, the 7B, I've used it on vocals. I've used it on drums. I use it all over the place. But yeah, I'll probably trade out like this 309. Is it 309? Or am I messing up? 604. I was like, wait, it's not the 609. The Sennheiser 604, the TLM 102, which I don't like. It's me. I'm the welcome in, Fred. Yeah, the E604 I don't really use anymore on drums because I use let me see. Yeah, the MD 412s, or 421s, MD 421s. I use 421s on the drums right now. And then I don't really use, I used to have 604s on my toms, and now I use 421s. I just really like the sound, really, really like the sound of the 421s. So I don't really use the 604 anymore. I don't use the 102 ever anymore. I really don't. I don't love that microphone too much. So I'm trying to might trade some of these out and give me something else that's nice, because I really like this Neumann. So I might get another nice tube microphone. Be mine. Went to college for live sound design and engineering. You know, the live mixing dream. Yeah, you know, the thriving live mixing dream. Okay, y'all. I think that's gonna call it for today. I'm gonna save. Gutter Pixies, and then hopefully they jetted for a while, so I was waiting for them to come back in. But I'll probably save theirs for tomorrow. The algorithm might just not be sending it back to them for some reason. So we will be live again tomorrow afternoon, y'all. So if y'all are looking for a consultation, y'all are wanting to get into the details of your music, I would love nothing more than to help you out in any capacity that I possibly can. For those of you who don't know, once again, my name is Torvik. I am a full-time engineer, producer, and session musician. That is what I do for a living. So if you're ever interested in any of those services, please just shoot me a message on any of the platforms, and then we'll definitely get in touch, talk about your budget and timeline and stuff like that, and hopefully help bring your record to life, and give it the life that and the quality that it deserves. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Hopefully we'll be able to tap in with y'all very, very soon. Don't forget to follow me here on YouTube, on Twitch. Don't forget to follow here over, of course, on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff as well. Hey, no worries at all. I'm here nearly every day. Once I finish, I just get on live as soon as I finish up my mixes and productions and session work for the day. So sometimes it's a couple hours of work, sometimes it's 8 hours work, 10 hours work. It just depends on the day. So today I was a longer day, and I just got on here for like an hour and a half. But yeah, I'll be on again tomorrow afternoon, probably just for a little bit. And I always love when other professionals are in here, people that know their stuff. And so, and of course, if you're brand new to the space too, I love that as well. So yeah, we'll chat with y'all soon. Y'all have an amazing rest of your evening. Hope